making this video to share the 3 tips I learned on how to stop caring about hurtful things. And last time I made a YouTube video, I tried to edit it, but it took too long and I'm way too tired. So I'm just gonna run this, I'm gonna run through it because I'm not playing. And these are tips for myself that I can remember because it's gonna slip my mind one day. So I decided to make this video for future Sakina. Okay, my first tip that I've taught myself is the 72-hour rule. In about June, I saw this Drake video, which listen. Drake said his mom told him this thing where if something bad happens to you, just wait 72 hours until you do anything. And it's 24 hours later, if you'll still care, it'll still be fresh on your mind, but you'll low-key be oh wow, this isn't the worst thing in the world. After 48 hours, you're still gonna care a little bit, but it's not gonna be as bad as the first one started. Then 72 hours, you probably won't care because at the end of the day, some stuff that happens, you don't have to act on it immediately. You can just wait, because then you'll if you act on it too soon, you'll think back and you'll be damn, it really wasn't that serious for me to be acting like that. So that's really a rule I implemented into my life on how to that has stopped making me give people my attention, because at the end of the day, people are going to try to invoke reactions out of you, but you can't grant their wishes, or else they'll just take advantage of that, and then you'll look stupid because it's oh well, she's still going back and forth. Don't go back and forth to people, because if you just sit and be silent, they'll literally look dumb as shit. If you just sit there and not say anything, then they'll be the dumb one, because it's you just did all of that for what? And she didn't even give you the reaction you were expecting. So if you just wait 3 days, and if it's still weighing heavy on your mind, then act on it, because then it means that's serious. But most of this stuff past 24, 30 hours, it's really not gonna matter. You're just gonna be damn, well, that shit, it really wasn't that necessary. And that's what I had to learn, because I used to always be going back and forth with people. I did not care. I used to always go back and forth, because it's just if you're talking about me, I'm gonna talk about you back. I'm not gonna let you get the last word. But that's because I was too prideful. So now I just know that if I literally do not say anything, they'll look stupid, and then it'll be haha, you did all that for what? So yes, that's tip 1. Tip 2, you have to learn to love being by yourself. You have to teach yourself that you really don't need nobody, because if you depend on other people, then it's you're not you're just gonna have to be with them at all times. But you just have to learn that it's okay to be by yourself. I be by myself all the time now, and at first I used to be oh, being alone is so fucking boring, it's so boring. But now it's kind of relaxing, because you can stop caring about people, because if you have all these friends, you have to care about a lot of people. If you have relationships, you have to care about a lot of people. But if you're by yourself, you don't have to care about nobody. You don't have to act on nobody. You don't have to do nothing for nobody. You just gotta do all of it for yourself. Like at the beginning of October, I really did I lost 3 of my majority best friends, and I just lost another one. But it's when I compared to when I lost those 3 to when I lost that one, when I lost that one, I really didn't care, because I taught myself that it doesn't matter. You're gonna live your life, I'm gonna live my life. So why would I try to dwell on that? Because I mean, there's a reason that you don't want to be my friend no more, and I'm not gonna try to keep you around if you don't want to be my friend. And that's what you have to learn. When you're by yourself, it's beautiful. It's quiet. You don't have to depend on anybody, because if you depend on people and you tell them all your business and stuff like that, I promise you, you make them mad one good time, and they're gonna flip it against you, and then you'll just be sitting there looking dumb, because it's damn, I trusted you to say that, but I should have known that you would have turned it on me when you're not fucking with me no more. And that's what people don't understand. Like my friends at school, they be telling me all their business, but it's like I don't tell their business, but I just don't tell them my business back because. And then they be telling their friends' business too. Like if you have a friend that tells you other people's business, don't tell them your business because I promise you they're telling somebody else. Like promise you. Because people don't care anymore. Like people don't care about loyalty. They'll just like I mean, if the business is fun, then they're gonna go tell their other friend. Even if the other friend doesn't care, they still tell them anyway because they're bored. And that's why you just can't tell people your like personal problems. You should have to talk about them with yourself, and that's why you have to learn to be alone because these people will straight just flip it on you, and they're gonna be like, "Wow, I didn't think you do that," but then if you never told them, then they couldn't do that. But even when I stop being friends with people, I don't flip their personal business out, but they be trying to flip my personal business out on me, but baby, you don't know my personal business. So they just end up looking dumb because I don't say anything back. That relates to rule number one. Like, you literally just have to stop giving people reactions, and they'll just, like, look stupid because you tried to clock me, but you really can't. Like, I was thinking from step one. You're thinking for now, like, period. My last tip, reduce your screen time. Now, and like a week before Halloween, I decided to delete Instagram because ever since I had got Instagram when I was like 12, I was on Instagram like every day, all day. And I don't know why I didn't recognize that problem before, but the first time I deactivated my Instagram was like June 2023. Yeah, June 2023. And I promise you, it felt like I had deactivated it for like a year. And now that I'm looking back, I only deactivated it for a week because I was on it all day. It felt so long. My days felt so long. So I didn't recognize the problem then, but I downloaded it back and it just turned into this cycle. And then I deactivated it this summer. I mean, last summer, 2023 summer. I deactivated it. After 3 days, I was like, girl, please. And I downloaded it back. Cycle. I deleted it October. I was like, I'm gonna delete it for real this time. Like, I really don't need Instagram. Like, it's too hurtful for me. And then when I went to this Halloween party, I just felt like I had to post about it. So I downloaded Instagram back, and then I just never deleted it because the plan was I was gonna download it for that weekend, and then I was gonna delete it again. But I was talking to myself. I was like, is it really that serious to where you need to delete Instagram every week? And at the time, I was like, it's really not. Like, you really don't need to. But I realized that I literally did. Like, what? Like, it, bro. So, up until then, I had implemented a screen time limit where during Monday and Friday, I only had 1 minute on Instagram. And on the weekends, I had 2 hours and 30. Because on TikTok, I only allow myself to be on there for 2 hours and 30 minutes, which is a lot. But once you get used to only having 2 hours and 30 minutes, you start getting on there like less because you're like, damn, I don't want to break the time limit. So now I only get on there like, well, I'm in winter break right now, so it's been a lot. But during the school, like maybe like an hour, 30 minutes a day because I just be like, it's really like, there's really nothing to do on there. So yeah, I implemented a 1 minute screen time. That worked for like a week and a half, and then on the weekends I barely used it anyway because during the week I couldn't use it. So on the weekends I barely used it. But like a week and a half later, I found myself like pressing the 1 more minute option, and then when I was bored with my friends talking to me, I would pull it up and I would press the remind me in 15 minutes. So up until like last week, it was a problem. Like I was like I sometimes I would even press the ignore limit for today. Then what's the point of having a limit if you're ignoring it all the time? So I was like, girl, like this is bad. Like I saw the thing. I had spent 5 hours on it on Instagram for one day, and I go to sleep like hella early, and I wake up like 12 hours later. So I only have 12 hours during the day, and 5 hours of that I literally go to work. So I like if you put that in perspective, like when I wasn't at work or like eating, I was on Instagram, and that's bad because I also have 4 hours on TikTok that day. So it's like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? So I had to cut it out. So At first, I deactivated my main Instagram account, and then a day after I did that, I found myself going back to Instagram. But I was like, this is just my spam. But I was still going on it. So I was just like, fuck it. And I deleted the whole app. Because I was like, this is like deactivating your account and staying on your spam is not going to work. Like, because you're still going to go on it. You need to delete it like straight like that. So so I guess you can't say that I went cold turkey because I didn't, because I had already had that limit. But this was just like shutting it all off. Like, you're not doing this anymore. Um. So now instead of Instagram, like when I like I still like go on Instagram, but instead of going on Instagram, I just go on like Pinterest or Tumblr, which in a way, if you think about it, is kind of like Instagram, but Pinterest and Tumblr are like way more inspirational depending on the people you follow than Instagram, because Instagram you see the hurtful comments, especially on IG Reels, like those people do not care. Like you just see hurtful stuff all around you, like and stuff like that. But on Pinterest, there's comments, but like who reads the Pinterest comments? Like, let's clock it. And they're almost all like just like da da da, like where's this from? Where's this? What is this? What is this? Who is this? So it's really not nothing. So it's way better because it's like a quiet space. Like it's quiet on Pinterest. Like Instagram is like chaotic and hectic, and then Pinterest is quiet. Tumblr is quiet if you follow inspirational things, but if you don't, then I don't know, because I only follow inspirational things on there. But yeah, basically implementing these 3 tips, because I've been out of school since like the 20th, so it's like been 3 weeks that I've been doing this. I've been like working out more, going to work more to make some money. I actually have like been shopping a lot more than I used to, because I just spend all day on like Instagram and shit. But now I just like I be journaling, I be watching movies. I do this thing where 2 hours a day I have no phone, or if I have my like iPad, it has to be like watching YouTube, because the only way I can tell myself not to get on my phone is if I watch something interesting. So I put on the show that I and I just like even when I'm eating now, like I can't be on my phone, because like why am I on my phone so much? Like I have to be on my phone when I eat, I have to be on my phone when I work out, I have to be on my phone or anything. But I just be listening to music now, because music really helps, because I don't know, sometimes songs feel like short and they're really long, so the time passes by really fast. And yeah, that's basically my 3 tips that I want myself to remember. Like, girl, if you don't remember this, oh, girl, if I look back in 6 months and I did not did all this, I would be so mad. But yes, these are my 3 tips that has taught me to just not give a fuck, basically. And thank you.